So it's Wednesday and I'm on my run. Let me just take a drink. Okay, the rec center with a water fountain is the one with the very powerful jet, so I now have a wet face and wet shoes. Morning. Just ran past the back of the rec center where the Chinese seniors have their little social. Yeah, there's a truck reversing here. One of the semi-trucks heading backwards into Mount Dock Market. At the moment I'm listening to Steve Hailstone. His latest show dropped today, this morning in fact. When I downloaded it to Dropbox, it was 4 hours old. So my plan to listen to stuff offline is working. As long as I give it enough time to download before I leave the house, then I can listen to it once I'm away from the Wi-Fi. Steve is telling me all about his 5-kilometer trail race, and I believe he probably ran the perfect race. He was hiking some of the steeper, longer hills and passing people on the flat. Wally's Deli, he's telling me about now. Shortly I'll be crossing Cedar Hill Road, heading into the quiet of the Feltham Trail. Running and listening to Steve is like having him right next to me. We have a very similar cadence. This last little bit up to the crest of the hill is taking the air out of me. Okay, I've now crested, and so has Steve. Some of the yards around here have got styrofoam tombstones. I'm recording on my new Sony. Feltham Trail is very quiet. And then it gets noisy when I get to Mackenzie. Today I'm heading to the golf course. Hi.
Hello.
That guy caught me talking to myself. He smiled. There are a lot of blue jays here. My yard, I can almost guarantee to see 4 every day. So, Steve, you're talking about your downloading shows. We're at Bow Park, heading down towards the highway. Just done 2K, and that's 7.5 minutes per kilometer. So he's talking about me, and I'm talking about him. How about that? He's telling us all about his new iPhone. Hello.
Morning.
Hi. I'm just coming up to the public footpath bridge that goes over Mackenzie Avenue. I'm not sure how eventful this week is going to be, but I'm anticipating some plans changing towards the weekend. So I've been piling on the miles, so to speak. Derek has already excused himself for the rest of the week, but I'm pretty sure that Graham will be in touch for Saturday morning. Okay, next bit could be noisy, but I'll let it roll. Steve is just wrapping up his show now, and I'll switch to music later on once I cross the highway. Do nothing but smile. And that was the graffiti on the path. Somebody had done that really quite neatly with spray paint. Small. Do nothing but smile. That's a good one. Anyway, Mackenzie is remarkably quiet as I fly over 4 lanes of traffic. Looks like it's recess time at the Greyfoot Elementary School. I will be running across their playing field. They're just coming out. Should be coming up on 3 kilometers pretty soon. As I run behind a batting cage. Well, now there's quite a few kids appearing from all the doors of the building. Today is fogged in. It's a very low sea fog, and we're about 4 or 5 miles from the shore here, so it is hanging pretty low. Brayfoot Road is up ahead. Going to be running past Hermann, the German's house. The starfruit reminds me of more like a partly desiccated what's it called now? Papaya. A cross between papaya and apple in flavor. I'm laughing at Steve. Okay. Running under the buckeye tree. Hello, Kevin. We call them horse chestnut trees. And the English call the buckeyes conkers. 3 kilometers. 6 minutes 59 per kilometer. It'll get noisy again as I cross Cedar Hill Crossroad. So I've crossed Cedar Hill Road, and then I ran across the parks to Cedar Hill Crossroad. I cut the corner off a triangle. These 2 roads cross each other about 1 kilometer from here, just over the hill. My next road will be Queensberry, and then that'll put me on the glorious Chip Trail. Alright, here we go with the noise. One thing about listening to somebody else's podcast while I'm recording my own is that I'm probably saying a lot less than I would normally be saying. Alright, I'm now safe to cross. Have a great day, Steve. Alright, so he has said goodbye. And I can download and listen offline to anything that will fit on Dropbox. Yep, coming, and another horse chestnut tree. Most of the conkers have been either crushed or swept away. Possibly I'm less prone to injury from stepping on those suckers because I do a lot of trail running, and that tends to strengthen your stabilizers in your ankles. I was just thinking when I was waiting for the lights to change that basically you could almost listen to overlapping podcasts like I just did. But other than apologizing for listening rather than speaking, I'm hopeful that this is one of the famous Wednesday shows. Because it's a shorter run than usual, I've done a couple of big ones back to back. I think with a few kilometers of shopping on my bike, I covered 19 kilometers on, I think it's Monday and Tuesday. Today is, as I said, Wednesday. I'm already a day ahead in my mind, regretting the enforced rule that Jim placed in my head. Hello. And that was to be reliable in putting out a Wednesday show and a weekend show. Hi. So I'm now well and truly on the golf course, running next to one of those massive nets. I think it's for protecting the properties, hello, rather than the pedestrians. I guess the windows would be the issue. So we have a Liberal Prime Minister in Canada. $6.54 and I'm up to 4K. Hi. 10:19 real time. Justin Trudeau is the son of Pierre Elliott Trudeau. So we have started a dynasty, like the Bushes, like the Clintons maybe, like many other patriarchies, I guess I could call them, patrilineal. I think a lot of Arab countries are being run by sons or daughters of a previous ruler, or at least from the family. One of the classic ones are those father and son kind of things. Let me think now, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the Bushes, obviously. George Bush Sr. and Jr. Hi.
Just watching two squirrels kind of...
Are they fighting or chasing each other's tails?
I'd say chasing, having fun.
I have some in my backyard and they just
Yeah,
run around the tree like they're on a railway track. Round and round and round, and then they come down again. Amazing. I thought you might have been looking at the blue jays. Have you seen any of those Stella jays?
No.
They're beautiful. They've got a black head,
Yes?
a little bit of a punky hairstyle at the back, and blue wing feathers.
So you've seen them around the golf course?
I haven't seen them today, but I did see about 4 in my backyard this morning.
So you live in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Are you from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I live in James Bay, but I used to live here in a house.
Did you bring your passport?
Yeah, I've been here for a long time.
When did you move here?
I moved, well, I now live in James Bay, but prior to that, I was probably 12 years on Traxel Avenue, just
I
across
know
the
it.
golf
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking that I'd been in Victoria since '97. Yeah, and before that I was in Montreal. And before that I was in London, England. So
You have lots of different cultures.
I'm moving west. Yeah. There's not much further I can go unless I start swimming.
Are you liking being here?
I love it. I love it. I've been retired for nearly 4 years now, so I can run every day.
Good for you. Yeah.
Hello. I passed her before, so I better get going.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. The matriarch thing. India. There have been, I think it was 3 generations of Gandhis. Hi. Hello. Hi. Large group of very, how could you say, engrossed chatters. Not like the woman, she was definitely a gushy person, an outgoing person. So she's coming back to the neighborhood where she grew up for a walk. I'll probably see her on the other side. This is a glorious downhill gravel section that will take me all the way to the back of the Cedar Hill Rec Center, where I will pull in for another drink. This was the course of one of the very first races that I did here in Victoria back in '97. We ran I think it was 1.5 loops of the golf course. It's supposed to be a 5K, and this section was just before the finish. And this is so nice to be able to put in a kick at the end of a race. And for anybody who knows this route from being a local, would have had an enormous advantage because they could have pushed more on the ups, knowing that there was this payback to the finish. I remember in 97 I was probably running about 3 minutes 45 per K on this section. Today I'll be probably running 5.5 per K. Have you noticed how I quite often change my greeting depending on if it's a male or a female who I'm coming across? I think we all adapt to the people who are listening to us. The way that people talk to children and the way that people talk to babies. I don't really approve of baby chat. Talking of which, there's 2 girls with 1 small, 2 babies. Hello.
Giving a pie here.
Yeah, a couple of young mothers. Hello.
Morning.
Hello. And now they've done 5 kilometers. And I'm just going to pull in to have another drink. About 36 minutes into the run, and possibly, 20 odd minutes into my recording. I'll have a look on the other side when I come out. Just getting rid of some of the moisture from my shoes, so they don't squeak too much. Mums and Tots playgroup, seniors painting class going on, and the ceramic studio. It's quite a cultural place. You probably noticed a dramatic change in the acoustics from being inside to being outside. I really love the outdoor acoustics. It's what makes the podcast so real. I'm going to pass this black lady again. I just passed her on the hill coming down, and now after my drink she's ahead of me. But that's okay. Today I'm going to go home and make a lasagna.
But I don't.
Hello. I'm at the stage now where I just have to make the dough for the noodles and mix the cooked spinach with the cottage cheese and layer a couple of layers of the sauce and top it off with some more sauce and cheese. Should have a couple of good meals out of that. I also managed to find my old meat grinder, so I ground my own piece of pork. Hello. There's a dog and a woman with matching high sweaters. I just saw a woman that I probably used to run with when I first got here to Victoria. Blissfully, I'm now running towards the silence. That was a really good putt. Yeah, for senior men playing golf. Hi, on a foggy day, but as I was saying, the fog is about the height of Mount Doug above the ground. Yep. Hi. There's a woman tending to her beautiful garden. In the springtime, I always admire her flower bed that borders the edge of the chip trail. She doesn't have a fence between her and the bushes. Hi.
Hi.
She must see a lot of deer. But she probably grows plants that they don't want to eat. I know that deer don't like cyclamen. We have a cyclamen in our front yard. The deer just walk all around. Hi. Running past the water feature, heading for the big hill. I will break into a hike nearer the top. Hello, ducks. These aren't the King's Pond ducks. These ones live here. Not very far from the King's Pond, but I believe they're a different breeding stock. Alright, hike. So, I'm sure most of my long-time listeners know that I have this religious fixation about running, or at least exercising vigorously for at least 10 hours a week. By the end of this run today, which will probably be an hour and 15, I think I'm going to be up to, let's think, almost 6 hours. So I got 4 hours to go for the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So an hour each day will do it. I know I might well be running with Graham on Saturday. I've been running for 40 minutes, 6k. 6:45 per kilometer. Hi. Alright, I'm at the top of James Heights. It's funny, I was listening to Kevin Unplugged, hi, his latest show. I think that dropped on Sunday. He was talking about Jim's prolific output of podcasts. I remember when I noticed the trend, I emailed Jim and said that he was doing a jackal on us, and Kevin accused other people of doing a gym. I think he was encouraging us to do a gym or a jackal. Up again. I will run this one. I was about to say this is my next hike break, but I think I will just run it through today. Yep, it's done. Yeah, on the whole, I'm getting quite fit with my 10 hours a week of training. My long-term goal is to be running when I'm 90, but that is still a long way away. There's one last steep section coming up that I will hike today. Excuse me, that was my porridge. Yep, so I'm going to go home, upload this show, and get on with my lasagna factory. Alright. Hike. Everybody seems to be stuck for a word for describing what we do on trails, and I would describe it as piking, not hiking, piking, power hiking. You run when you can, and you hike when it's hard, and you keep going for as long as you can at the top. I always try and break into a run before I crest. I think it's a good idea. It means that when you do crest, you're already working your heart. You've accelerated your heart so that it can peel away from the crest with a little more of a jump start. And there's the woman again. Hello, it's the squirrel lady. Have a good day. Hello. That was an older man. I used the lower register for him. Hi. And the mid a register for her. I think I used the high register for the squirrel lady. It's what I was saying about how we adapt, how we're heard. Hello. These are the ones that don't want to communicate with anybody outside their group. They didn't really look like a family group. They look more like exchange students out for a walk. Hello. Deaf man with dog on leash. Hi.
As soon as they get in the water and they say relax, I still think.
This is probably as good as it gets for ambient sound. If I was listening to my earbuds, you would be hearing it too by now. I'm going to be finishing this off quite soon. I'll say goodbye to you now, and I'll switch to some music if I can play it while I run. I think I'll have to unplug the earbuds. I won't bother. It's too much. I'll wait till I finish the show, and then I'll listen for the rest of the way home. I'm just about to finish this foggy Wednesday run. 47 minutes of running. Now if you add the couple of stops that I made along the way, the recorder was still recording audio. Hi. Hi. So I'm pretty sure that I have a show's worth already, and I'm going to run through the flock of King's Pond ducks and say bye-bye for Wednesday. Actually had to dodge a couple of running ducks there, but they weren't going to fly away. Bye-bye.